Hello everyone, this is Nidhi here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my full experience preparing for and passing the AWS certified exam. I will walk you through how I studied, what challenged me, what to expect in the exam, the top services you must focus on, real scenarios I faced, and my tip to pass this exam on the first attempt. So first I can just brief me about my preparation timeline and my background. So I prepared for this exam for about 4 weeks, and for that I have used the Udemy courses from Stephen. I completed that to just get the idea of what all services are there and how much detail I need to know for all of the services. And then I did the practice exam for Stephen, and even I did it for the Neil Davis also. And when I was doing the practice exam, I realized that just theory knowledge for the from the Udemy training course is not sufficient. I have to do the hands on labs. So for that they do recommend the tutorials dojo and some lab exercise. But what I did instead, I did all the lab experience by myself. I created a serverless voting applications which use all the most important services for this exam and created that demo application for my personal learning. And even I have created the video on that. So if you wanted to have the hands-on experience using those important services, you can check out that video as well. So first thing that I have to do, you can just get onto this exam guide and just understand what this exam is all about and what all tasks and what all services is included before even you start with the Udemy courses, and just understand what is your level and what you all know about it. So these are the main domains that exam is going to test you. So this is the biggest section, development with AWS services. So I really have to spend so much time into that because my total experience is mostly related to the infrastructure because I am like a DevOps person, but not so much on the development effort using Lambda functions, API gateways, and all. I just support the infrastructure side of those things. So I have to do a lot of exercise, lot of demo for this. And here you can expect a lot of questions on Lambda, API gateway, DynamoDB, SQS, SNS, step functions, and how they all connect to each other, like synchronous, asynchronous. So those are very important concept. And specifically, I created that hands-on video using these services only. So security. So this domain is mostly used to make sure that your applications are secure. So mostly the permission issues, the IAM roles, resource policies, encryptions like KMS basics, secret manager. You'll get one question on secret manager and the access pattern. So when you are doing the demo for this, you are actually securing also and learning all those things as you go. So that is also important. And the deployment part. So you are going to get a lot of questions on the deployment. And again, my experience is mostly with Terraform and Jenkins and GitHub Actions. So I have to do the study here as well. Here you are going to expect cloud formation, code build, code deploy, code pipeline. You really don't need to be an expert for these three four resources, but you should understand how you can package it and deploy the applications and what all deployment strategies they are offering. So I would suggest create one simple deploy applications and just deploy it using these three four services. You should understand it. Troubleshooting and optimization. So here you are going to get questions on the timeouts, retries, performance tuning, throttling, which is very important, concurrency issues, CloudWatch logs, debugging failed invocations for that dead letter queue. So overall the exam is very scenario based, so understanding how these services behave in real time is extremely important. And I would suggest, this is what I also did it, once you did all your study, all your lab exercises, just make sure that all these tasks you know. I mean, you can leave one or two tasks, it's fine, but at least you know the definitions, what all it says here. That is very important, and it is going to help in the exam. Like just an example of fan out, if you have missed out this particular thing, just learn at least what it does. So it would be like last time prep, and just understand and just make sure that you know all these tasks, which is very important from the exam perspective as well. Now it also provides you what all services are in scope. So I would say that the most important services are related to the serverless, like event driven, which is Lambda, API gateway, SQS, SNS, event bridge, DynamoDB, S3, CloudWatch, step functions, kinesis. So these things you should know in more details, and for others you should have the basic understanding and little bit more details. I mean, it depends. So these are the scope services. Now I can just share some real scenarios that I faced in my exam. Like for the Lambda functions, you need more CPU. So what you do, because Lambda functions does not provide you the CPU direct, so you can increase the memory to get more CPU. So you are going to get a tricky questions on that. And the questions like Lambda is processing large files from S3 bucket, so how you can optimize this. And the size of the file is too huge, so how you can manage it. So for that you can use the temp storage, and you can increase the storage of your Lambda function also. And like Lambda versions, Lambda aliases, how to route traffic, how to use versioning, all those stuff. So yes, that's all. I mean, you are going to get questions related to the scenario based, like one line questions is there is one line questions, but not that much. So my tip to pass the exam is start with this exam guide, so you know exactly what to study. Learn those Udemy courses, go through them, and then do the hands-on practice, especially with all the serverless. And just don't memorize. Memorize only stuff which has some values, like it supports this much, it supports this much of memory and all. But other than that, practice, and then just review and just make sure that all the services that is listed here, if not in more details, you should know the basic understanding, you should know what it does at least, so that if you get a questions, at least you can think about it and try to evaluate and try to see what options I can eliminate, because this service definition is this, so that is going to help you also. So, yes, that is all I can say for this exam. My experience was good. I got 83%, 81% in my exam. And I would say initially I was getting all the tough questions, like the big questions. When the questions are very big, you are like, oh God. So, but after 10 or 12 questions, the question size is getting decreased, and even the questions are little bit easier than the initial ones, but it might be just I can't say that it is always the pattern, but yes, that's how you can actually prep for it. You really have to do a lot of study, you really need to understand all those things.